Hello, thank you for tuning in. So in this video, I'm gonna try to assign like anime characters to each of the Monster Hunter weapons. So I'm gonna try to assign 2 characters per weapon. Now this could be based on like personality, fighting style, or like the overall feel I guess I get when I pick those weapons. And I already know there's probably way better characters for each of the weapons I'm gonna show you, but I haven't watched every anime into existence, so like I don't know them all, but I appreciate it if you tell me. So here it goes. Well, first off we have the Insect Glaive, or however you pronounce that, and based on his height mobility, like not only horizontal but vertical too. So the first character I want to pair with this weapon is actually Kid Goku, OG Dragon Ball Goku, and you know he used to use that weapon called, I think, the Magic Pole.
Power pole extend!
And the second character I want to pair with this weapon is actually Ponzu from Hunter x Hunter, because how you can with this weapon commandeer kind of like insects, and while they don't do the same as the bees do for Ponzu, I mean it gives you buffs, it helps you modify your combos, make them longer or stronger, and honestly I don't think I can find another character that can use insects as a support instead of using them to fight, because there's a lot that fight using insects but they don't support the character. The insects are basically their character.
You'll need them. If you have a letter for someone, they can carry it anywhere you like.
And here for the light bowgun, based on that it is a firearm, but it has higher mobility than the heavy bowgun, I decided to pair it first with Vash the Stampede from, I think the anime is Trigun. And the other character I would assign to this one would be Kenny Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Both characters I assigned to this weapon because they use firearms and they're really agile, like they use high mobility. But other than that, I didn't have much to go on. Now for the hammer, I decided to assign 2 characters that are just known for sheer power. Like they just destructive. There's no defense, there's nothing else but power. And the first character I want to add to the hammer would be Uvogin from Hunter x Hunter. And the second would be All Might from Boku no Hero. And I think both of them I assigned to the hammer for obvious reasons. Now for the Gunlance, I decided to pick characters that are more like known for a big impact instead of rapid fire, and it's related to either explosions or fire. And the first character I add to the Gunlance would be Bakugo from Boku no Hero. And I think it's obvious why, but if not, just look at this. Yeah, boy. And the second character I would add to this weapon is Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. And just really quick before I tell you which characters I picked for the longsword, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying it. Let's keep going. Now the first character I picked for the longsword obviously had to be some type of samurai, and I went with Nobunaga from Hunter x Hunter. Not only because he's using a katana and he's kind of like a samurai, but specifically because of this scene.
本気か死ぬだけだぞこちとら居合切りを手加減するほど器用でもお人よしでもねえぞバカが
Yeah, because I don't know what it is, but when I'm hunting in multiplayer, they just keep perma stunning me and they're doing their combos and all that stuff. I don't get a hit out. So I don't think they're very skilled, if you ask me. And the second character I picked for this weapon is Atomic Samurai from One Punch Man, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory as to why.
Atomic Ketram
And now for Sword and Shield, I gotta admit it was the hardest one to pick characters from, because it gives soft main character vibes, but it's not like it has anything that's too flashy or you know, anything exuberant. So for this one, I mainly picked characters based a little bit on their fight style, but more on their personality, like just a balanced character with both offensive and defensive strategies, I guess. And the first character I picked for this weapon is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist again, because, well, even though he uses alchemy, he likes to fight up close and personal, and I think he's just as defensive as he is offensive. And other than that, I mean, that's as good as a reason as I have. And the next character, almost exactly for the same reason, is Gone Freaks from Hunter x Hunter, yet again. They're just balanced. Like, they're not overpowered, but they're not underpowered, but they give off, well, they're main characters, so I think it fits.
押し付けの攻撃かしまいだうりゃ愛好で愛好弾を目隠しに使い背後へ
For this next weapon, which is the Switch Axe, I had to pick characters that are also balanced, you know, between offensive and defensive, or if you will, between speed and power. But it had to be characters that are kind of overpowered, not you know, a balanced character that's kind of good but not so much. No, I had to pick characters that are versatile and overpowered. And the first character I assigned to the Switch Axe is Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter. Yes, I love that anime.
With my specialist ability, I use 100% of all types of Nen. And the name of my power is Emperor Time!
Because with his skill, or well, ability, Emperor Time, he can control all the Nen categories in the Hunter x Hunter world. And like the Switch Axe can go from long range and fast attacks to a little bit shorter range and slow mobility but higher stopping power. So I think it fits him. Well, it fits the weapon. Not perfectly, but I think it's the closest I could find. And for the second character, I chose Dracula Mihawk from One Piece, just because when you use the Switch Axe in blade mode or sword mode, it's really fast, but it's hard hitting. So I don't know, it kind of reminded me of him because he uses a huge sword, which actually resembles more of a long sword, but I think it's faster. Maybe not, but still, I mean, Mihawk split a ship in half just with the wind that his sword produced. So it's way more powerful than a regular longsword.
勝負は預けようビスタ
Now for the lands, I didn't pick like a character that used lands or you know it's similar fighting style. I picked more based on memes, I think, or like just the overall feel of the weapon. Now the first character for the lance weapon would be Takumi Fujiwara from the anime Initial D, mainly because of that. Yeah, like deja vu. And the second character for this weapon would be the shield hero, just because the lance is like the best defensive weapon there is in the game. It's just nothing beats the lance's shield, and that's about it. That's all the reason I have. For the hunting horn, the first character I chose was based off the using music to support your teammates kind of deal, and that would be Melody from Hunter x Hunter. Yes, yet again. And the second character I assigned to the hunting horn is Morel from Hunter x Hunter, also. Simply because, well, look at the size and shape of that weapon. And look at the size and shape of Morel's pipe. And he uses it as a blunt object to cause massive damage too. And well, for the greatsword, it's probably gonna be real obvious, at least the first choice. I mean, this weapon is a staple of the Monster Hunter universe and also a staple of anime. So the first character I picked was Guts from Berserk. And the second character I picked for the greatsword is Saitama from One Punch Man, because if any weapon has the potential to kill something in one shot, I think it's the greatsword. Now for the dual blades, the first choice, for me at least, was Thorfinn from Vinland Saga, just because it's a weapon that uses speed and agility and maybe not too strong, but it hits a lot to cause damage to the enemies. And the second character I picked for it would be Levi Ackerman. And I mean, if you watch any YouTube videos about Monster Hunter, you've probably seen this clip. Now for this next weapon, which is a charge blade, the first option was pretty obvious to me, but the second one I struggled a little bit, and I'm kind of reaching out with that one. The first character for this weapon, I chose Chainsaw Man, specifically because when you use this weapon in Axe mode, spin blades like he was a literal chainsaw.
俺を切り殺すんじゃねえのかよ
And the second character you can tell I struggled with, it would be Twice from Boku no Hero. Just because he has split personality and he can be two people at the same time. That's it.
You're the pain?
Forgive me. Things never go according to plan, do they?
For real?
This is the plan.
No problem. Bow before me.
Now for the bow, of course I had to pick two characters that use the bow. The first one is Puckle from Hunter x Hunter. And the main reason is because he has like, I think, 5 different colors of arrows, which each one have different effects on their target. And that reminded me a lot of the coatings you use in Monster Hunter to apply to your arrows and have different effects on the monsters.
Fire! Open fire!
And the other character I picked for the bow is actually called Archer from the Fate series. And once you see his clip, you'll see why. And for the heavy bowgun, the first character I picked is Franklin from Hunter x Hunter, just because he throws projectiles in rapid succession, like it's very fast. Just like the heavy bowgun as opposed to the light bowgun.
皆様ようこそお集まりいただきました。
And the second character for this weapon is Death Gatling from One Punch Man. And even though you don't see much of him in the anime, he carries a huge Gatling gun. And I mean, that alone was reason enough to compare it to the heavy bowgun, in my opinion.
勝つのは正義だ。死ね。デスシャワー。
And well, this is the end of the video. I wish we had more weapons, but 14 is probably enough for now. As always, let me know what you thought of the video, and if you have any recommendations or comments about the content of it, please let me know in the comments box below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.